Ah. Morning. Hey, Amanda. What's up? How are you? What's going on? Back home. How you doing, Amanda? What is up? Pardon me. How are we? Can you hear me okay? Volume all right? Just want to make sure. Nutri-Grain bar, blueberry. That's what's for breakfast. I'm good. How are you doing? I'm okay. Okay. Came home last night. Yeah, I don't know. Around 4 o'clock, I guess. I got home around 4. Yeah, about 4 o'clock I got home, somewhere around there. Good morning, Zigzag. How are you? Cool. Thank you, Amanda. What's up, Chris? What's up, brother? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I got home around 4 yesterday. And I'll tell you what, I got back here around 4. My sister takes, I think I was telling you guys, she takes all the bottles, empty plastic bottles, the water bottles. I had about 3 cases for her. And she gets 5 cents per up by her for recycling. So whatever it is, she makes a few bucks. So I'm happy to give them to her, And then she helped me take out the cardboard and stuff I had. And she hung out just for a little bit. And then she took off and went home. And then what did I do? Then I had some dinner. I ate a little something, and then I just chilled out, man. And I was like, just happy to be home. Like, I was happy to, I love going away by my sisters, but I was happy to be home too, because I got a bunch of shit I got to do today. I got to call that disability lady, the lawyer, and then I have to make an appointment for my scans. I have to remake the appointment for scans. I could do that tomorrow morning, but I have to call the lady today for the disability lawyer. Got to get her on the horn today. So that's another reason why I came home. I was going to stay the rest of the week, but if I didn't have to deal with all this shit I have to deal with, trust me, I would stay up there the rest of the week. But I got to do what I got to do. I know you guys understand that too, Don't get me wrong, I had a blast up there, but there was, like I said to you guys yesterday, I think it was, you guys only see the fun parts, And for the most part, overall, I had a really great time. But I also have times where I don't feel well, you know what I mean? I did have a treatment Friday. So, I had some moments where I was just tired and, wanted to lay down and be left alone. And those times worked out good because my sister went to work Saturday and Sunday. She was home Monday. We hung out all day, did laundry, and because we didn't do that on Saturday. And then she had to go back to work Tuesday. I think I talked to you guys Monday night. Yeah. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well, Chris. Good to see you, brother. Did you see the pictures of my channel cat? I don't know if you saw it or not. Thing's fucking big. I talked to NJ, and he goes, "Oh, that's 6 or 7 pounds." I said, "No fucking way. I've been fishing my whole life." I know he's a cat fisherman, but so am I. I've been catfishing my whole life, and I promise you, I'm underballing it saying 10 pounds. It's at least 12 in my opinion, but I'll say 10. But I promise you, Chris, as a fisherman, I'm going to be 50. I've been fishing since I'm about 8. All right. No, I didn't see the cat pics. Oh, okay, I'm going to show you right now. I'm pulling it up right now. Now, as I show you these, understand these are all the same fish. Okay, I'm just going to show you them in the now, mind you, by myself. There's a wall going down. I showed you the video where I fished by that lake. It was the same. I don't fish anywhere else when I go up there because I don't have the badges. That's the only spot I can go. And for now, my sister's got to get the badges so I can go fish the other lakes. But mind you, I never caught a channel cat in there ever. But I did talk to her neighbor, Mark, I told you about, he does all the stocking up there for the last 40, 50 years. He's in charge of the fishing associations up there. He buys fish. He stocks fish. He does trips for the kids, like derbies and stuff at the main lake. The main lake is huge, and there's a lot of activities up on there, and he is part of all of that. He's in charge of all the 7 lakes around there. Good morning, Rocco. He's in charge of all the 7 lakes around there, so he does all the stocking and all them for he stocks channel cats. He stocks some other fish too, I forget, but I know channel cats is one of them, and he stocks them when they're little babies, and then they grow up to be monsters, and he catches them. So anyway, he's the one that told me about him, that they're in that dam lake that I fish. I'm like, there's no way, it's too small. There's no way there's 20 pounders in there. He said, I promise you, I stocked them as babies and I caught them at 20 pounds. He caught one in that lake that I caught. This one I'm about to show you, 20 pounds in change, 20.67, I think he said. That's a huge channel cat, for one. For two, if you saw the size of that lake, which if you watched my shorts video, I did a view of it. From where I sat, you saw the other side. It's a small lake, but it's probably 10 feet, 12 feet in some parts. So it's got the area for these big fish to stay, and it's got plenty of food for them to eat, Chris. So here's the first one. Now, mind you, I'm a size 12 shoe. Okay, I did this by myself with a broken fucking back and sick, and I can't really, my hip hurts. I couldn't get down. The water's edge. It's a hill. So I don't know how I did this. I went on my ass and I slid down and I made it down the rocks on my ass. I don't know how I did it until I was able to get down and get my finger by his mouth, and then I grabbed him. Okay. Now I'm a size 12 shoe. Now I don't like this picture. I do, but I just laid it down like most people do. And that's the first picture. Now you see my shoe. I'm a size 12. That's at its tail. Come on, baby. Can you go better than that? Okay. That's a better view. I can do it like that. Okay. And that's a weird view anyway, Chris, but I had to do it like that just to get you I wanted you to get the peripheral view of the head, because the head was massive, right? But even that doesn't show there. Now, I held him through by the gill, which was fine. I promise you, he swam away fine. I was told how to hold a catfish when I was a small child to not injure it, especially at that size. Now, look at that belly. That belly's fat. He's eating. Once again, that picture doesn't show the size. That just shows the girth. Now this one, when I laid him sideways, this shows right here. This shows the length and the girth. Look at how fat that thing is, Chris. I mean, that thing is fat, dude. I mean, like I said, my camera's not doing justice on my laptop, but that is a fat fish. And I promise you, that fight on my ugly stick, which is a 6.5 foot medium heavy, okay, I use that to catch stripers. And I use that to catch bass up there too. That's my bass rod. But anything else, I couldn't catch catfish on because I had just like 2 other ultralights with me. I didn't bring the bait caster with me, my dad's. I was going to bring it, but I was like, you know what? I just didn't bring it. The fight, I wish I had a, what do you call those that you record on? Cameras, whatever they're called. I forget the name of them. I wish I had a chesty. Chris, Rocco, whoever else here, Zigzag, Amanda, I promise you guys, I never lie to you guys ever about anything. The fight was probably between 5 and 7, 8 minutes. It was a long fight, dude. What is a shorty? A short video. A GoPro. That's what it is, Chris. That's what I meant. I wish I had a GoPro on my chest just to see the fight. For me, the fight was the whole thing, and then how I got it. If I had a net, it would have been a lot easier, which I'm going to bring next time. I didn't know my nephew had one in the yard. I would have brought it. I didn't really think I was going to catch a fish that big. because it started out. I just brought one hot dog. I cut it into little pieces, and I caught a mud cat. I didn't show you that picture. I'll show you the picture of the mud cat. It's not a bullhead. It's just called a mud cat. I don't know what they're. I'm really not sure what they're. The bullheads are brown. These catfish in there are called mud cats. They're not bullheads. I promise you, they're not. I just don't know exactly what they're called. My dad said they're called mud cats. That's what he said, and that's what the guy Mark said up there too. You can see it's brown, a little bit brown, but not really, like a channel cat's gray. I mean, that wasn't big. That was like maybe, I don't know, pound and a half, maybe 2 pounds tops. It was fat too. They're eating good in there. All these fish are eating good. And I also got a couple of nice bass too, Chris. But tell you, man, it was the fight itself. I wish I had a GoPro, man. That fight was insanity, bro. I promise you, insane. In the membrane, it was insanity. My nephew Chris got a nice bass. He got a couple nice ones on Saturday. Hi, Stace. I was just showing off my catfish. But Chris, I'll tell you, what do you think, in your opinion, just by the picture alone? And I know you've catfished too. Now, mind you, I swear to you, I have at least, I'm going to be 50, I've been fishing 40 years. But what up, big homie? Have you ever caught walleye? No, never caught one in my life. What up, Stacy? How are you, sweetheart? I'm curious of what Chris thinks on how big that fish is. NJ said 6 or 7, but no freaking way. My dad said maybe 15, and I said, you know what, Dad? You might be going a little bigger to blow up my head. I don't think 15. I swear, I personally think the first thing I said when I picked him up with my hand, bro, when I picked him up on my finger, when I pulled him up by his mouth, I said 12 pounds. That was the first thing that came to my mind. But then I said, I'm thinking I'm going a little bit bigger, but I swear 10. You say 8? Okay, I didn't weigh it, so I'm open to all guesses. You know, I told you the picture doesn't do it justice. I swear to you, I've been fishing my whole life, and I'm not bragging that I know how to fish. I've caught catfish my whole life. That's the biggest. That's my PB. First of all, PB channel cat, and I swear to you, at least 10. I'm not going to go below 10 in my mind. I just can't, because I know how big it was. I felt it. I felt how heavy it was. I held it in my hand. But that's a great guess. I mean, 8. It could be. Who knows? It could have just been. I might have thought because of the fatness of the belly. That's what I added a couple pounds for. But beautiful. Anyway, beautiful PB. I just wish I was able to weigh it. But I'm okay. Thank you. Good. I'm glad you're doing good, honey. Sorry I missed you yesterday at the end. I don't know. I think I just got off, and was it yesterday or was that the other day? I don't remember. My days are all mixed up. Where you said you were going to come back in. I think I got off. Or no, was that NJ? No, I think that was NJ. Said he was going to commit to the live, and then I wound up shutting it down. Yeah, I wound up shutting it down. I think that was the night before, because I said I was going to go to. I wound up going. My sister goes, "You want to go to the country store? I'm going to get what?" Yeah, that's when she bought the booze for herself. Yeah, that was Sunday night. I wound up shutting that live down pretty fast. He said, "Hey, Big G. What's up, Miss Diane? How are you? What's going on?" Yeah, thanks, Chris, and thank you, everybody. I mean, like I said, it's a hell of a PB, first of all. In my, whether it's 8 or 10 or NJ thinks it's 6 or 7, that's okay. I know we have a little competition going. I believe it was 10, but I'll go with 8. Let's say this, between 8 and 10, I'll say for definite, without a doubt, without a scale, I say 8 or 10. But I'll never know. But I'll tell you what, he went back, swam hard. He's a hardy fish, very healthy. That's what you think of early in the morning, Stacy? I should know better. Yes, you do. Good. Just pet sitting first 3 weeks, 3 cats. Cool. That's cool. If you like cats. I don't like cats that much. Not that I don't like them. I don't know. They're pretty cool, I guess. Some of them have really good character, but they, but they'll look at you like they don't care if you're dying. They'll just stare at you. You know what I mean? They just have that. Cats have that demeanor, like they just don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Pardon my French, but I've won prizes guessing fish weight, but by pictures like that. a picture on my phone and then through the computer screen. I don't know, man. I'm not against you, bro. I promise you. We're both close. It's got to be somewhere between 8 and 10. And I'm cool with that number, Chris, and I appreciate your opinion. I do. I just know it was at least 10. I know it for a fact. Live physios. Oh, okay. That's cool. I believe it, bro. I believe it. I do. I just like I said, I appreciate your opinion when you're saying at least 8. That's cool. I think it's somewhere between 8 and 10. I will never know. And that's my fault. And I think I told my nephew, because now I showed him, he had to work. That's why he couldn't come with me. He was working from home. I showed him, and he was pumped. He's like, Uncle G, he's like, I'm going to Walmart and getting a freaking scale. And, we have the net in the back. He's like, we're going to catfish when we go up there from now on. I'm like, all right. I will still bass fish, don't get me wrong. But I promise you, I had this perfect setup, man. I had my chair that my sister got me, my pull-out chair. I had the cup holder. My phone was there. I had a little carry-on little bag, like with a ice pack in it for my water and the hot dogs so they didn't get warm. Even though it was really nice. And the funny part is I was about to leave because it was chilly. The sun went in, and I had shorts. I didn't bring a hoodie or nothing up there. I'm like, it's beautiful. It's summertime. Tell you what, that sun went behind the clouds, and I got a little chilly. And I said to God, God, man, if that sun don't come out in 5 minutes, I'm leaving because I was getting cold. Literally, I had goosebumps. I was getting a little chilly. But all of a sudden, those clouds parted ways, and the sun came out. I warmed up, and I caught that little mud cat, whatever the hell that was. I was pretty pumped up. I thought I had a channel cat. I was pretty excited because it was the first time I ever caught. Love walleye, homie. Oh, yeah. I love walleye. I just never caught one. I've eaten them. I just never caught them before. I would love to. I don't think there's any in that lake. I think there might be some in the main lake. There's pickerel in the lake I fished yesterday. Well, the one I always fish. I did catch a pickerel 6 weeks ago. There's decent sized bass. Not big. Biggest one I saw is, I think, the one that I caught and one my dad caught was around 2.5, 3 pounds, which is a nice bass for that little lake, There's bluegill, there's crappie, which I've caught in before, and bluegill I've caught in before. I think I've caught everything in that lake now, finally. Yeah, I understood what you meant, Chris. I understood. Either way, like I said, brother, beautiful fish, beautiful PB. Now it's something to shoot for, and I need to bring a net and a scale. And even if I do it by myself, as long as I have a scale and I have a net and I got my phone, I can do it. Like I said, it was hard by myself. For one, I couldn't believe I think God was with me to go down to the water's edge like I did, just because I never go down there. I'm scared to go down there because I feel like I'm going to fall. And it's like God was holding on to my back of my shirt or something. I don't know. It's weird. You know how it is. When you got a big fish on, man, you're pumped. You're friggin' adrenaline's going. Dude, I was even after I landed it, my hands were like this, dude. I was shaking. I'm like, dude, that's the biggest catfish I've ever caught in my life. I was shaking, literally. I was shaking still when I got back to the house because I caught that fish and I had to pee right even before that. And I didn't want it. There was people walking with babies in the carriage. They were walking their dogs. There's women. I'm like, I don't want to go by the woods right there because, that's all I need. Somebody to freaking say, I saw some guy pissing in the woods. You know what I mean? I didn't need that. But I said, you know what? I don't have to prove myself anything else. I'm done. So I'm going back to the house. Plus, it was time for me to take meds and eat lunch. So I was like, yo, screw it. I hit my goal. I got my big channel cat. So cheers to that. It was awesome though, Chris, man. I'm telling you. Now I got something to shoot for, you know what I mean, Chris? Like my PB now, I'm going to say it was, like, say, between 8 and 10 pounds. Now I know I have to catch with at least over 8 minimum. The last catfish I caught was 24 3/4 inches, I guess, around 4 or 5 pounds. Nice fish. Nice fish. Very nice. Very nice. Like even NJ said it was around 6 or 7. You said 8, so it's got to be somewhere in that ballpark, You were walleye fishing and you caught the catfish? Cool, man. What were you using for bait? Stacy, what are you doing? Do you have to run around again today, or are you a day of relaxation? You were walleye fishing and caught a big catfish. That's awesome. Even 4 or 5 pounds is a beautiful catfish anywhere. I'll tell you, that's the biggest. I've been fishing Jersey my whole life. I never caught a channel cat that big in my life, man. Wow. Night crawlers on a floating jig head. See, I was afraid. I had a whole pack of freaking Canadian crawlers in the fridge. I was going to bring them, but I was like, I don't think them big channel cats. I don't think I would have been able to get through the bluegill, crappie, and even in the small bass in order to let it sit there long enough. Bro, I was fishing with a small little because it's a lake. I don't need to put any weight. I had an awesome little little round ball weight. It was about a half ounce, but I'm like, I'm gonna get hung up getting my mess. Okay, cool. I just did that too before I came on. All right, come back when you're done. So I just used a tiny little split shot, man, and I swear to God, Chris, it was from the land, from where not from where I was sitting, but from the water's edge to where I was casting, maybe 15, 20 feet out, if that, with a split shot. So by the time it sunk down, I mean, it came in probably another 5 feet. I mean, I wasn't that far out, dude. So that big friggin' mama was sitting there, and I had bites almost every cast. I had another one on that felt just as heavy, and he popped the hook. I'm not huge hooks. Now that's another thing. I gotta, use bigger hooks. And I want to start using circle hooks. I was talking to my dad about it. I said, he'll come in by the hydro dam. Okay, that was in the river, less than a mile from my home by the hydro dam. Nice. Well, that's actually a dam where I fish too, but it is a lake. But it is a dam, and there's water that flows into that little pipe thing. I don't know if you saw it in the video. There's a little big round pipe thing. But what we're walking on is the actual dam, but it's all grass and shit growing over. And then it goes into this little water thing, goes down underneath the walkway there. There's a little walking path, concrete set up, like almost like a, what do they call that by a dam? The wall. What do they call that, Chris? Not a viaduct. A spillway. It's like a little spillway, but it's not really. It kind of is. And then it goes down. It looks like a little tiny little river, a little stream, but there's nothing. I don't know. I don't think it goes to anything. I'm not really sure. I had to ask my my neighbor up there, but I didn't. It's one of the oldest hydro dams built in the U.S. That's cool, man. That's awesome. Just a great fun fact right there, right? That you fished that. That's cool, bro. But I want to take you guys with me next time. I want to try to go live, but it's hard, man. They did this. I tell you what. I think NJ's right. Because even my sister agreed. Because I said, I think it's because when you set up your phone, I got this cheap-ass phone, great camera, obviously. You saw the pictures. The camera takes great pictures. Not a great phone, but it's going to serve my purpose of what I need it for. But he goes, when you set up a prepaid phone like that with a SIM card, he says, well, what zip code do you want it for? Because he goes, you mentioned it a minute or two ago that you don't live up here. He said, where do you live? Are you out of state, whatever? He's like, that I would suggest to go to a different state to get a phone. I said, no. I said, I live in Jersey, but I live about an hour and 15 minutes south. He goes, well, give me the zip code, and then that's where your phone will work best. Okay. I said it to my sister, and she goes, well, he's not totally wrong or not totally right. But even by that dam, even where she lives, she has trouble with her phone. And she's been up there 20-something years in that area because you're in the mountains. There's not as many towers. So it doesn't really matter where it was set up. So I think NJ was right. Because I was not arguing with him, but I was like, dude, I think it has to do with the zip code or where it was. And like, I don't think so, man. Because I had full Wi-Fi. But even when you're on Wi-Fi calling, it still goes by the signal you have, and I was having trouble hearing my dad, like even calling him, in the full Wi-Fi in the house. Kind of weird, bro, but now I know. But maybe I'll just do a video or something because I set up my phone in that holder, and then I just hit record on the thing. I deleted it, but it showed like where I was fishing, like right there in the lake. But I didn't have a rod and a rod. You know what I mean? I'd have to figure that all out to see how it looks. And I might be able to do it like that, but just a video. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, just do a video of it. But I wish I had the freaking GoPro, man, because I'll tell you what, fuck it, who cares how heavy it was, to be honest. The fight was what it was about, dude. Like, I did not see that thing until about 5 minutes in, Chris. He just was digging. I'm like, I got something fucking big on it. I'm like, I don't know what it is, but it's something big. I didn't see it. And then in my back of my mind, I'm like, all right, Mark told me, my neighbor told me, there's big channel cats in there. And then I started getting pumped. I'm like, it's got to be a big channel cat. And he came closer to the land, but he was like, zzz, pulling drag. That reel handled it well. Just the fight was fantastic, really. I would have got fucking hella views on that video if I fucking would have done a video. But lesson learned there. When you're by yourself, it's very, very difficult. I'm distracted this morning. What's the matter, Rocco? Why are you distracted? Did you get that job, or did you go to that interview you were talking about for the cashier or whatever you said? Because my memory sucks, but I remember important shit like that. It's not shit. I just you know how I talk. I'm from Jersey. But yeah, man, friggin' exciting, brother. It's great. So now that's all I want to do. I don't even want to bass fish. I really don't. I just want to catch giant fucking channel cats. And her neighbor Mark said gets even better as the fall comes. He said they go on the feed big time for the winter. He goes, you'll catch some bigger ones, man. He goes, I promise you. In September, I'll end. Okay, you got it, brother. I'll keep praying for you, man. I hope it works out. Shout out to the 7 folks and 10 thumbs up. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it. And thank you, YouTube, for sending out my notification today. Ow, I had one left of the strawberry. And then I had 2 left of the chocolate ones that my sister got me up there. And I'm like, do you want me to leave them for the boys? She's like, Jerry, they're not going to drink them. She's like, take them home. So I just threw them in that blue little cooler bag with the ice pack and brought them home. If your phone has Google, click the photo and open lens. What is that? I don't know what you mean. If your phone has, yeah, I have Google. So what do you mean? Go to Google. I got Google right there. Like Google to search. Like my search bar is Google. Is that what you mean? Click the photo and open the lens. Lens will tell you that what the fish is. How do I do that? Can you run me through that? Does it take long? I don't want to really neglect everyone else in the chat. Like, do I go to the pic, like from my camera, from the camera button, like hit the camera button and then go to that picture? Okay, let me see. Let me see. Oh, lens. Yeah, it says lens right there. I see it. So just hit lens. Oh, it says channel catfish. Yeah. Ah, that's cool, bro. I did not know that. Oh, that's fucking awesome, bro. I've never. I wish they were able to say how big it was. That'd be cool, right? If they could guesstimate the size. Yeah, it just came up channel catfish, and there's a bunch of pictures of people with channel cats. Dude, that's gnarly, bro. I have never, ever, ever knew that, what that meant. And you know what? What I caught? That was a white bullhead that I caught. Not a brown bullhead, because this is exactly the fish. And you know what? I can go back to the picture, and I guarantee you that's what it's going to say. Oh, man, that's awesome, Chris. Thank you, bro. I'm pumped up right now. That is awesome, dude. Thank you for that. Guarantee you it says white bullhead. No, it came up brown bullhead. Wow, but it's not a brown bullhead. That's crazy. My fish looked exactly like a white bullhead. What's up, Pops? That looked like a friggin' white bullhead, not a brown bullhead. But hey, I got to go by what that says, right? What's up, man? What's happening? What's shaking, bacon? Let's see what it says from my nephew's bass. Let's see what it says. It says largemouth bass. Yes, it does. Cool, man. I really like that. I wish there was a friggin' thing that would tell you like approximate weight. But I guess that's why I got you, Chris. Oh, man. Tell you what, I slept great, man, in my bed last night. I got up to pee like 3 times like I always do, but I slept good. Don't get me wrong. I think my sister's bed is more comfortable than mine, but do you trust the Gordon fisherman? That's funny, Rocco. What's going on, Pops? Yeah, I slept good, man. I figured that was going to be your next question, so I jumped ahead of you real quick. But that's cool, Chris. I never knew what that meant. Lens. I never hit it. I was like, I never knew what it meant. That's cool. I mean, we're fishermen, so we pretty much know. But I guess if you catch something and you're like, oh, I'm not really sure, that really will help you out. And that tells you everything, or is it just for fish? Yeah, I was just talking to Chris too. He catches a lot of channel cats, and uh, we didn't weigh it. Like I said, I didn't weigh it, which I regret that. But I didn't have a chance. And if I had a scale, I would have. Trust me. But I didn't have. When I was looking around, if anybody else was around, there was nobody else fishing. Like even ask. I said somewhere between 8 and 10, and that's fair. And I'm going to say that because NJ said 6 or 7. Chris said, looks about 8. I said 10 or 12, so I'm going to say around 10. That's for any photo. Oh, okay, that's pretty well. I wonder what the purpose of it is, though. Like for what? What is it good for? It's for any photo, but like, what's the purpose of it? I'm not really sure. I guess for fish identification is really good, but I mean. Like if it takes a picture and I have this in my hand, I know it's a little pineapple. You know what I mean? It's going to come out pineapple. You know what I mean? Doesn't really make any sense what it's for, but I'm still waking up, so maybe that's why it's not making sense. Is NJ live today? Did he go live? I didn't. I didn't look. Instead, I woke up a little bit later than usual, just because I was so comfortable in my own bed again after 5 days. I promise you all, these are good. Very, very good. You should try them. They're delicious. Are we still live? Thumbs up. Somebody give me a thumbs up. Okay, we're good. There we go. A lot of people uses it for plants. Oh, there you go. There you go. You know what? Like I said, I'm not awake yet. That's there. That's great. To identify certain plants, and that's good. That's good when you're in the wild. Say you're in the bush or in the whatever in the not in the bush. Don't say nothing, Stacy. She's gonna laugh. In the bush. I mean, like in the woods, and you're camping, and you see, like, oh, is that poison ivy or not? Take a picture; it'll tell you. That's cool, man. I just realized that. Sorry, I'm on Words with Friends game. Be right back. You got it, Chris. No worries, man. I'll be here. What you caught was a channel cat. I know that, Dad. I wasn't saying that. I was talking about the other one. I thought it was a white bullhead, but it's actually a brown bullhead. I thought it was just a mud cat, which when I looked up that thing with that thing Chris told me, you just missed coming in with it. It tells you what kind of fish it is, and it identified it as a brown bullhead. I honestly thought it was a white bullhead because the research I did, that's what it looked like, but that thing identified it as a brown bullhead, which is cool. Whatever. Yeah, it is what it is. But that's great, Zigzag. You're right. That's a good way. Like some people say, was that poison ivy? Like my sister thought she might have had poison ivy in her front. Like she has a bunch of plants like dividing her driveway from Mark's house next door. And she goes, Mark, is that poison ivy? He goes, I hope not. I just walked through it. He goes, but no. First of all, poison ivy's got three leaves and they're shiny. With that, you could have took a picture of it and it would have told you what it was. That's pretty cool, man. I love the fact that you told me that. Freaking awesome. But yeah, man, it was nice to be home, you know. And I saw Mike yesterday too, Dad. So I'm gonna, I told him we need to have a convo. You know, we were gonna talk on Friday and try to work. I don't want to talk personal shit on here, guys, but you guys really know what's going on in a way. But my dad knows a little bit more. But we're gonna talk on Friday and see what we can work out. But I'm talking to the lady today. I got to call her at 1:00 for the disability, the lawyer. So we're gonna start working on that. And then tomorrow, Dad, remind me in the live tomorrow morning so I don't forget. But I wrote it down at like 3 spots on my fridge. I have it over here too. To call to make an appointment for my scans. I have to do that tomorrow. Dr. A. I almost said his name. My doctor said to call Wednesday. So he said call Wednesday because that dude Paul should be back from vacation, and they'll give me a schedule, a date. All right. So just don't let me forget tomorrow. Appreciate it. I probably won't, but you know me with these meds, sometimes I even wrote it down, but sometimes I do that and I forget. Yeah, it helps to identify different things. Yeah, I love it, Chris. Thanks for telling me that, man. It's freaking awesome. Especially except for plants. How about even like for mushrooms? Welcome back, Stacy. If you're walking in the woods, you're not sure if that mushroom's edible or not. It'll tell you if it's poisonous. If it's not, I guess it'll tell you what kind it is anyway. That I like too. A lot of people are like, that's why I'm surprised. There's a lot of people that I watch channels. They say, well, we don't know what it is. We don't have a book, a mushroom identifier book. Why would they use their phone? I guess they didn't know about that either. Today is Wednesday. Oh, then tomorrow I could. All right. Well, then I'll call when I get off. If not, I'll call tomorrow morning. I forgot. I thought today was Tuesday because I usually come home on Monday. That's all right. I'm talking to that lady from the disability today. I could call tomorrow for the other thing. It doesn't matter. It's important, very important, but it's not as important as me trying to save my apartment right now. So getting on the phone with that lady this afternoon is going to be the start of something hopefully very, very good. And then hopefully I get really good news in the next week or so. And I told, Mike will talk Friday. So if he's willing to, wait it out, as long as I get good information back and they say, listen, it's going to get approved and you're going to get X amount of dollars, blah, 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 blah. Then he might say, okay, but make sure you fucking pay me. Or if that doesn't happen, you're definitely out. You know what I mean? But it's all up to him. When I saw him, he was just getting home from work when me and Jerry Lynn pulled up. So right there, I was like, oh shit, I hope he's not mad. But he wasn't, you know how he is. He wasn't in the mood to really chit chat. So he said, we'll talk Friday. Even old, strange metal detected items. Yeah, that's true. It has a lot of good purposes, that thing, for sure. Did you remember to call Austin yesterday afternoon? No. I was supposed to call Austin yesterday? For what? I do not remember. See, if I don't write shit down, bro, I don't remember anything, man. No, but yesterday, what did I do yesterday? I caught that fish, came back, and then what did I do? My sister. I don't remember. I was just there yesterday. What the hell did we do yesterday? I don't remember what I did yesterday. That's sad, isn't it? Shit, what did we do yesterday? I know I went live in the morning, like I always do, and then I went fishing later on, came back. Oh yeah, I did go live again when I came back. That's right. And then I cut it short because she said she was either going to get home at 1 or 3:30, and then I heard the door open. It was like 20 to 2, and she got home. Right. And then we started packing up, and we left to bring me home. That's right. Now I remember. All right, Chris. But no, I didn't. But I'll get up with him today. I will get up with him today. Thank you, Stacy. Let me write that down now again. Yeah, you guys should go to Walmart, man. I know it's 50 cents, but 50 cents right there for one subject notebook. 50 cents. If you got kids that are going back to school and they need notebooks, man, just get them 10 of them. It's $5. Have a shit ton of them for all year. 50 cents right now, I guess, going back to school. Call Austin. I'll probably just text him. I really has nothing against anyone in particular, but I really don't want to give out this number to too many people. I really don't. I basically got it just for like doctors and stuff. I still have the other one that I could use in Wi-Fi. I can use that actually. Yeah, I'll use that. That's fine. We also have to call lawyer lady. Didn't even get her name yet. And then tomorrow, sorry y'all, let me write this stuff down so I don't forget. Tomorrow, call Paul at Cancer Center for scheduled scans. Okay, cool. Got it. It's all written down, y'all. Thank you for reminding me about that. Thank you, Stacy. I totally forgot. Yeah. Hey, Bud Files, what's going on? So what's shaking, everybody? How you feeling today, Dad? Like I said, remember I said I cleaned up nice before I left? I'm glad I did because it's nice to come home. My sister said, she's like, wow, your apartment's so nice and neat. I was like, yeah. I like coming home and I don't have to do anything. Yeah, as far as cleaning is concerned. You keep your place nice and tidy. I said, yeah, I do. I don't really do anything though, you know. I don't really do anything for it not to be tidy. Besides sitting in the living room, that's where the most of the mess is in the morning when I come out here, and the rest of the day I'm usually in my room. When do you go up to? Huh? When do you go up to 320? I don't know what that means. When do you go up to? When do you go to 320? I'm okay. What is 320? I don't know what that means. If it's personal, don't say it on here. Just text me or whatever. I'll call you after. But if you can sum it up without saying a doctor's name or anything like that, then you could put it on here. You know the room. You talk about like the pain management. That's towards the end of the month, and then the 3 weeks from Friday is my next my next treatment, which I think Gerald's taking me. I'm going to go up there again, and then you said you were going to take me the one after because it's going to be earlier in the morning. But we'll talk about it later. Stacy's just thumbing it up. Did you hear me before? I said that lens thing on the pictures is good if you're in the bush. You weren't back yet. I said, oh, you said you were going to laugh at me because I said in the bush. Tell you what, though, I slept good, man. I slept really good up there, but I slept good last night. It was nice. Nice to be back in my own bed, even though, like I said, my sister's is very nice. And then my nephew was really nice to bring up the frame and the box spring, and then I had my other mattress that I had here. She just brought it up with her, and she slept on that 2 nights, believe it or not. No, actually, no, not true. One and a half, because she wound up going to sleep by her boyfriend's house the other night. Gotta go. Talk to you later. Love. So you got it, man. I'll call you later on, and we'll talk about what you were asking me because I'm still not really sure. But either way, we'll talk a little bit later. I got to start doing the my Lenvima again today, so I'm going to start being tired of shit in the afternoon. But I promised myself I'll take it, and then I'm going to call that lady, give her all my info, and then I can lay down. I'm going to try to like. You guys tell me if it or not. I don't know. I'm going to try to push through that tiredness. You know what I mean? Like that it makes me feel. So I don't know if it's a good idea or a bad idea, but I'm going to try. Oh, okay. Got to go. Okay. Gotcha. Well, yeah. That's about it, everybody. That's about it. I think I want another coffee though. Can you guys hang out for 2 minutes? Wait for me to go. I got the Keurig, so it'll be fast. 2 minutos. I'll be right back. Hold it down, Stacy. Hold down the fort. Okay, I'm back. Perfect example of why I bought that powdered milk, French vanilla powdered milk, because I ran out of milk. I knew I was going. I had enough just last night when I got home to have a bowl of cereal. That's what I ate for dinner last night. I'm lagging bed. I'm sorry. Try to refresh. Sometimes if you're lagging, you just have to refresh or just go out of the stream and come back. That usually fixes that problem for me anyway on other channels. But you guys ever see these little boxes of cereal? It's almost like a half size. Look at how much it was. $1 at Walmart. They had Honey Nut Cheerios and regular Cheerios, but just this size. It's 9.2 ounces. Tiny little box. You know, you probably get about 4 or 5 bowls of cereal out of it, maybe 4. Pretty cool. It was $1. Anybody still here? Anybody with me, or what's going on? I haven't seen anybody talking since I got up, except for Stacy. Let me replug in my stream laptop. So I'll tell you what, the signal on his phone, I just ordered from Walmart. Nice. What do you order? Food from there? I'll tell you what, the signal is not great on here. Stacy reacted to your post. What is that? Just a great few days fishing. Oh. Maybe that's why you're lagging, because you're on Facebook and my live at the same time. The hell was I going to say, Chris? Oh, the signal even down here is not great. Because I'm in the basement, though, my basement apartment. The Wi-Fi is full, but like I said, you could have full Wi-Fi, but if you go to make a call and you only have 2 bars, it's still going to be bad, you know? So I talked to my dad last night from in my bedroom, and he said he heard me fine. So we'll see. Are you here? All right, cool. Thanks. And thank you for leaving I forgot what it said. If you left a comment on what does it say? Reacted. You reacted. You reacted to the reactor. Yes, food. They deliver to my front door. That's cool. Is that like through Instacart, or is that just straight through Walmart and you get Walmart delivery? How's that work? You got to pay a fee, right? I was thinking about that when I moved to another place. I was thinking about that. Because I really, at the end of the day, everybody, I don't have an issue. I just don't want to lose. I don't want to leave this place. I love it. Even, you know, my sister's like, you know, why don't you, whatever the case may be, you know, if he's not going to work with you and you have to leave, like, ask him, would you take me back 2 months from now when it goes through? Because if that's the case, then what's the point of making you leave? But not only that, if he does, then you know what? I was thinking about looking somewhere between here and my sister's. There's like a town called Butler, Kinnelon, up in that area. They have some apartments she showed me in Butler. And I don't know. I got to check it out. You know, just got to see if there's things around me. Yeah, save $9.99 delivery fee each time. Oh, it's a membership, $70 a year, but it saves a $9.99 delivery fee each time. Okay. So let's just say in 7 weeks. So 7 weeks, it pays for itself. Yeah. If you think about it that way. 7 weeks, it pays for the whole year. If you didn't do the 70 for the year, you know what I mean? $9.99 delivery fee each time. If you got a delivery once a week for 7 weeks, that's $70, right? So that's a great deal. And I'm sure they're making hand over fist even with the $70 ones. Because more people are like, oh, that's a great deal, but yeah, sure, thousands of people do it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I probably would have to do something like that when I moved. You said I'm not on Facebook, so maybe that came in late. It might have came in. It said just now that Stacy Smith reacted to your post, the fishing one. Oh, see, it just came on my phone, the new phone, but it says Facebook 12 hours ago. That's fucked up. That just popped up on my phone just now. Look, This says 12H, 12 hours. That's pretty wild. I don't know, man. Like I said, maybe because of the Wi-Fi, I have no idea, Stace. I don't know. I did see that you messaged me last night. I'm sorry I didn't. I was sleeping already when you said "What's up?" or "Are you up?" or something like that. I was already out. I was out like a light. Yeah, I think it was from. It says 12 hours ago. So I got confused. Ah, driver still gets a tip. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, listen, that's probably how they make their money. I'm sure they don't make much an hour, but they're using their gas and all that shit. So they're, they appreciate tips. It's like any job, that a lot of people rely on tips. And there's so many people that are cheap. Even not making a lot of money my whole life and stuff. But when I went out to eat, I always took care of people. You know why? Because I'm a chef by trade, and I said, you know what? I know what it's like to be on the other end of a good meal, on the other end of a shitty meal, I guess. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's not, if the food was bad, it's not the service, fault. That's the chef's fault, and that's how I understand it. But listen, the service can suck from the waiter or waitress also. But if it's not their fault and the food was just bad, tip your waitress or waiter, man. They work hard. They really do. Yeah, I'm not worried about it, Stace. It's all good. I'm here now. That's all that matters. And you're here now. We're here. We're here together. Were you back yet? Did you see my cute little box of cereal? 9 ounces. It's like a half a size. It's cute. They had Honey Nut Cheerios and regular Cheerios, and they were only like $1, $1. I should have bought like 3 or 4 of them, but I was really limited on what I could spend. So, plus I knew I have a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch I got last time, and the peanut butter Captain Crunch. The Kellogg's were all on sale last week when I went with my dad. I used to tip the cook on a carryout. That's nice. Yeah, that's nice for sure. If you got like a regular takeout spot you go to, hell yeah, I'll always tip. A lot of them are small mom and pop businesses, man. And they got beat up during the pandemic, big time. These big corporations, they made money no matter what. They had payouts from the government, so they got a lot of their money got recouped. But these mom and pop places, man, they took a lot of big hits, bad hits, man, bad. I don't know how it is in Indiana, but I'll tell you what, here in this metropolis, this big fucking city area I live in, it's not New York City, but it's a lot. These towns have a lot of small business, pizzerias, diners. There's a pizzeria on every friggin', bunch of them in every town. Gyro spot, Chinese restaurant. These are all small businesses, that have been around for years, and then a pandemic hit, and they got fucked big time, man. They got beat up, and a lot of them had to go out of business because they couldn't afford to stay open. Because even people I don't want to say the government made people scared, but they did in a way that, oh, maybe the guy, okay, we can't go out, so we'll have it delivered. We know that it's bad that people are out there because they can get sick too, but as long as they're wearing a mask, blah, 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 blah. But those people that were out there, even delivering, they were taking a chance too of getting sick or not. So that's cute. What's cute? I know I'm cute. What are you talking about? Oh, damn, good price. Oh, the box of cereal's cute. Yeah, it is. Only $1, yeah. Yeah, see? Our local Chinese place closed due to COVID, yep. And I'll tell you what, only the ones, because, like I said, people are like, oh, we can't go out, but we'll get delivery. But how about that dude that's out there delivering, guy or girl, whatever. They're taking a chance out in the world, and tip them, man. Tip these people because that's what they live on. That's their living. And I swear to God, I've always felt that way. My brother was a waiter for many years too when he was younger, and he was good at it. He worked at a place in Manhattan, in New York City. My brother was making $300, $400, $500 on a Friday, Saturday, just bank. Because people just spend money in New York, And just that average table tip was $70. You know what I mean? $80, $100. People were just fucking. They don't care. They just got money. Their rules didn't make sense. Yeah, I know. It's true. You're right. The state is on lockdown, but the delivery guy can bring you your Chinese food. That doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Because if you're lockdown, it's lockdown. You weren't allowed to be outside. But how about people like I had to go to the friggin'? Thank God. I mean, I still believe we're still in trouble because there's a lot of COVID cases still happening. We're not in the pandemic anymore, so what they say, but going around, there's still a lot of people getting sick. This is what I consider a small town here. Mishawaka is a city on the St. Joseph River in Penn Township, St. Joseph County in the U.S. state of Indiana. The population was 51,000 as of 2020. Yeah, that's small. 51,000. I think that's like freaking the length of my street from end to end. No, that's a little high, but I'm just saying. I don't know let me say what the population of my town is. Let me say. I'm going to say it's a few hundred thousand. I'm pretty sure. What is the population of Carlstadt, New Jersey?
In 2022, the population of Carlstadt was 6,319.
No. Come on. That can't be right. Did it say Carlstadt? Yeah. Wow. But it's only Carlstadt is the town I live in is 4.21 square miles. I don't know what the hell, where'd it go? Oh, 6,372. Yeah, I don't know why I said that. I think I was thinking of the county, maybe. But yeah, it's a small town, though. But think about that, and then, you have, 51,000. It's pretty big. It's a lot of people. But what's the, square mileage of that city? Like I said, here, the town I live in is 4.21 square miles. And part of that, a big part of that, is not residential. It's like meadows and shit like that. Industrial areas or whatever. It's pretty wild. Let's just think about the county, okay? What's the population of Bergen County, New Jersey?
In 2022, the population of Bergen County was 952,997.
There you go. That's the county, the whole county. Almost 1,952,997 as of 2022, which I'm sure there's more now, so it's probably over 1 million people. In Hudson County, 703,000. Passaic County, 515,000. Let's see what it is up on my sister. Where's that? Essex, Sussex County? It doesn't say. What is the population of Sussex County, New Jersey?
In 2022, the population of Sussex County was 146,084.
Yeah. Population of Highland Lakes, New Jersey. 4,000, just a little over 4,000 people in the town that my sister lives. Just over 4,000 people. That's not a lot. That's not a lot at all, especially up there. A lot of it is woods and stuff, Around 3 times here. Yeah. Yep. That's crazy. But like I said, up by her, it's a lot of woods, and there's like 7, 8 lakes in that town, so it takes up a lot. That's why there's not a lot of people-wise, because there's a lot of land-wise, you know what I mean? It's more land than it is, populace of people, if that makes sense. A lot of trees and a lot of lakes. There's 7 or 8 lakes right around her house. There's a country store, you know what I mean? Not like I said to so many people, like, how far away? Somebody said to me yesterday in the live, how far away are you from where you live to your sister's? It's only about an hour and 10 minutes, but it's a world of difference. When you come off the highway, there's a single bridge, tiny small bridge, you have to honk your horn to go through it, okay? Because there's people coming from the other way. Now that's going on to the main road, Canister Road, I think it is, that goes into the town. Like you go through another town or two, I think, small towns going to where my sister lives, but right there is where you start going into the mountain. So like when I say I'm going to the mountains, I really am. I'm going like up into the mountain. Like that's why this morning I woke up. It was 71 degrees here. Yesterday I woke up there. I compared it. It was 71 here, and it was 61 there in the morning. It was freaking cold there in the morning. It's just because you're in the mountain. The elevation, it's a lot cooler. It's, I don't know, cleaner. It's wild. It was 59 the other night. 59 degrees. I was like, what the frig? Don't get me wrong. It was nice and cool here last night too. I actually was like cold in my apartment, but I'm below ground in my basement, so it's cools off a lot easier here. East of here, maybe 2 miles, is a local hardware store. I shop there instead of big box stores. Yeah, that's great. We should continue to do that. Yep. It keeps that, that family business alive, A lot of those, they're like family owned, and they've been family owned for generations, and then that pandemic came and you saw a generational small business, mom and pop business go down the fucking shitter. And it sucks to see that. And a lot of that happened around the whole country, not just here in Jersey, everywhere. You just said it yourself in Indiana. It's everywhere. It's the whole world, for that matter. COVID spread everywhere. It affected the whole world. And it's just, I feel bad. I mean, I feel terrible about the mom and pop places that, like I said, 3 generations, 5 generations of family, Even a little hardware store. I'm sure they were around for years and years and years, and then all of a sudden, nope, we got this stupid disease where, you can't have people come out of the house. What do? You can't afford to keep it open. Because I was saying this, having that conversation with my sister yesterday. ShopRite doesn't, these big, she works for a ShopRite company. It's a supermarket, but they're all over the place in New Jersey. They make enough money, and they're actually across the border in New York State too. Because right up there, there's if you look at a map where Sussex County, New Jersey is, and then across the border, my sister works I think it's about half hour, 40 minutes from her house in Warwick, New York. Like people say, oh, New York, like it's New York State. It's not. It's really, I mean, it is, but it's not like New York City. But it's New York State, but it's like right there, the border to Jersey, obviously. But she was talking about. We got into the conversation driving home yesterday. My sister works in the produce department. She puts together catering jobs and cuts fruit, and she doesn't really pack out. Like you see people out there in the produce area packing out friggin' oranges and shit. She doesn't do that. My sister does more of fruit platters and shit like that. So over the weekend, her boss said, "Oh well, we got this big cases of I don't know. It was like a pallet full of corn on a cob. You had to shuck them." She said she threw away out of all of them 6 garbage bags. Well, they were all rotten. And she asked the boss, "Well, what happened? You switched?" She's like, "Yeah, the boss said, yeah, we switched companies because it was cheaper." But now look, cheaper. Now it took hours for my sister to do all that, pack out what she could. They put them in a little tray. You ever see them? It's 3/4 of a stalk of raw corn. You'll get them in a pack, 4 or 5 in a pack when you buy them in the supermarket. Well, that's what my sister does with that corn there. And she said I don't know what she got out of it, but she said, it was a waste. In corporate's eyes, they think they're going to save a few dollars, but they lost so much money. And then on top of throwing away all that money, that profit, my sister's time, she could have been able to do something else where they could have made money. It was just a waste of time. I'm sorry, I'm not good at telling stories like that, but my point was that these big corporations, big companies, they don't give a shit. You know what I mean? If they lose 10 grand on that corn, who cares? They don't care. A little mom and pop produce stand that's on the side of the road that's been there for grandpa had it for, you know what I mean? It was in the family for 100 years. They got killed in this fucking pandemic. They lost everything. It's sad, man. It really is. I could talk about that pandemic shit for hours, man. I don't know. It affected everyone worldwide. And it still is. There's still people getting sick. I just read a thing this morning on the shitter. Sorry. I got to be honest with you. We're all friends. Let's see if I can pull it up again real quick. If I can find it. Hopefully it's still there. I got this thing. It's called My Sites on this new phone. It's kind of like when you go to Google and it has all different stories in the front. Well, this one is so it's kind of the same thing. But right here. Biden announces $150 million in research grants as part of his blah, blah, blah for cancer research. Now, someone that has stage 4 cancer, I think that's a great thing. It doesn't make me want to be a friggin' Biden fan because I'm not. But is he really trying to do that? I don't know. But then, 2 conversations later on this thing, $2 million weapon sales to somewhere in the Middle East, to fund their war. Like, it's just stupid. This is why I don't read the friggin' news. It's fucking horrible. It's upsetting. It's misleading. We have a local produce place here, Honor System. They have all kinds of vegetables on the stand. That's cool. That is really cool. And similar story to that, a place where I go fishing. It's not, all right, my sister's north, but where I fish is northwest. Okay. And there's a little spot on the side of the road. There's a box there, a money box. You put your money in. Okay. You can't get a little slot. And they have a little refrigerator there. They have worms. Like crawlers, you take the worms, you leave the money in the thing. You don't get change. So if the worms are $3.50 and you have a 5, there's nobody there to give you change. And that's been like that for years. I was just comparing, like you said, there was an honor system, but I wonder how many people ripped them off, just got their shit and left. I just wonder. That's where I was going with that. I could imagine how many people stole shit, and not put the money in there. What is that? What is that link? Stevenson's. I can't see the rest of that. What is that, Chris? Is that the produce spot? Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can jump there real quick. I'm sorry. I just saw something pop on my phone. That's the Facebook produce place. Okay. I'm going to I'm trying to grab it from my phone. Can't talk this morning. Too much coffee. Oh me. But I finally pulled it up on my phone. I'm going to hit that. Let me see where it takes me. It's probably going to take me to Facebook, obviously. But that's the place we were talking about, the one on the side of the road where it was an honor system. All right, Chris. Appreciate you chatting about all this stuff, man. I like getting into this conversation with people. Oh, Stevenson's Greens. Gotcha. Oh, it's a big place. Wow. Cool. We are non-certified organic vegetable and fruit growers. We use only certified organic products and growing methods. Everything on our produce stand is grown right here on our farm. That is cool. We have a stand in front of our farm and welcome you to come take a look at what we have. If there's something you would like us to grow, leave us a message and maybe we can grow it next year. That's cool too, the way they take suggestions. First person on their followers has your name there. I'm not going to show it, but I was about to. I stopped myself. Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. Thanks for sharing that, Chris. Let's see if you can hear me. I forgot I got to go to the supermarket, but I think I'm going to go tomorrow. I got to get milk and bread. Milk, bread, and pork roll. That's pretty much out a pack of my protein drinks. That's it. I only have about $50 to my name now, so maybe about $70. I think I got to double check what's in there, something like that. Because I did spend a few dollars up on my sister's, like I said, in Walmart. I got a few things. Got the cereal. I got what else did I get in there? Oh, that case of water. This water up there. It's actually Sam's purified drinking water, but it was a 28 pack, not a 24, and they're bigger bottles too. They're 20 ounce. Like, oh no, maybe it's the same size. It feels like it's bigger, but 28 pack. It was like $4, something like that. So I said, you know what, I'll grab it. So yeah, they are great people. Yeah, it's really cool. Thanks for sharing, brother. Seriously, pretty cool, man. I don't know where everybody went. Probably because we are talking, everybody bounced out. Maybe, I don't know. It says 3 people. 13 thumbs up. I appreciate it, everybody. Yeah, I'm sure they are. I like how they said, suggest something and maybe we can grow it the next year. That's cool. They listen to the people. That's really cool. I like that. Why didn't Democrats do any of this shit in the past few years? They will bullshit people into votes. Yeah, you're right. I hear you. Absolutely. I was waiting for you to say something because I knew when I brought up that thing I read about cancer. I knew you were going to say something. Let's see. There was an article I want to go back and read too. I was, like I said, when I was in the bathroom, I started reading something about Kamala going after Trump about something in 2020. I don't remember what it was. I got done in there and I just clicked off of it, but I want to go back and read it later. They used to have a cooler with eggs for sale, but people were stealing them. Pretty sad. Yeah, it is sad, man. It's bullshit. Same thing, like I said, with the little worm spot, the little worm stand where we go fishing. Freaking guy probably spends what he spends on the worms, gets them shipped in from Canada, sells them for his price, leaves them there. It's an honor system, like I said. I think in that town there's probably about 150 people. It's all farms and stuff, and you want to trust everybody. It's not the people that live in the town that you can't trust. It's the outsiders that are coming fishing there that see a stand. They're from the city or whatever. Oh yeah, let's fucking just take them. They'll never know. It is very sad. Yeah, they're doing it again, Zigzag said. Yeah, I believe it. Too much coffee, man. See, I have to limit it to one a day, man. I drink more than one, I get to 1.5, and I start feeling really fucking weird, man. Stupid. I don't know why I do it. I love coffee so much. That's why I did it. I gotta stop drinking that one. It's just a mix between too much caffeine, and I was talking to my sister about it. She's like, why can't you have more than one cup of coffee? I said, because it makes me feel weird. Like, if you think about it, the medicine I take in the morning, the blood pressure medicine's down, right? The poop medicine's nothing. That's just whatever. But then my oxys and the Oxycontin that I take, for the whole day, that is, brings you down. Coffee in that mix is not good. Yeah. I had the first cup, which is this cup is probably 12, 14 ounces, maybe. I don't even know, to be honest with you. And then I had another one just now. It was about, I don't know, 2/3 of the way done, but I can't drink anymore, man. I'll just wait a little while and then I'll finish it. But it's just, I feel like jittery, but then also my medicine kicked in too. So it's like the downy of the meds and then the uppy of the coffee. It's just like a weird fucking mix, man. I was trying to explain it to my sister. They're idiots, and anyone who voted and votes for them are morons that don't give a flying fuck about the USA. I agree. I absolutely agree. Because if they do care about the future of our United States, they would get these assholes out of office. Sorry. I agree. 100%, Stacey. That's just not because I'm a Republican or a Democrat, which I'm a diehard Republican. It's just because I'm an American. It's not about a Republican or Democrat. It's just I'm an American, and I want the best for our country. And I'll tell you what, Kamala Harris and whoever else is going to do it is not the answer. Sorry. I don't do politics because all of a sudden I'll jump from, my number, I'll say 3, it'll go up to 25, and I'll have all these assholes coming in talking all this shit. I really don't want to do that. I don't know, that's why I don't talk politics on here too much. If we could do it in an adult manner, then I don't mind talking about it. But then you get these idiots that come in and they want to, talk their nonsense and bullshit and preach their bullshit. I'm not in the mood to hear it. I'm sure you're not either. I won't expose my fans to that. I really won't. My subs. Yeah, I agree, Zigzag. They are. It's all about, why? Because it's all about money to them. I worked for a UAW Local 5 for over 30 years, and the union would send us a letter to tell us who to vote for. Pretty crazy. Yeah, right? Well, I'm going to guess pretty much Republican. I'm pretty sure. I wish people were open-minded. Yeah, well, some people just they think they're open-minded, but they think that everything in their mind is what's right, but it's not. It's because they've been brainwashed. I'm not saying what I say is right either. It's just it's my opinion. It's what I think. I will never sit there and say what my thoughts are exactly what should happen. No, maybe I'm wrong. It's just my opinion, and people need to stress that. Hump day, what's up, Katie? Yeah, I thought I was going to see Teri, but maybe she's busy working. I'm not sure. Mostly Dems. Really? Mostly Democrats in Indiana? Never would have guessed that. Hmm. Well, you're Republican, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think you are. Yeah, it is hump day. You're right. Ticket, Love Scratch. How are you, sweetheart? Good to see you. Hey, gang. What's up, Gale Force? How you been? It has been a minute. You missed me. I was up in the mountains, man. Up on my sisters since Friday. I just came home last night. Beautiful, man, up there. I was up in your Jersey. I was up in Highland Lakes with my sisters. Up in Vernon. Oh, that's what I just said. You said no, mostly Democrat. You said mostly Dems, but then you just said Indiana's Republican mostly. That's why I was confused. Or did you say just your local, your union, they were mostly Democrats? Is that what you meant? I might have read that wrong, Chris. Sorry, brother. I thought that Indiana was a Republican state. That's what I thought. Doing great. Yep, I know the area well. Was up there last night. Oh, yeah? I just came home yesterday. Yeah. What were you doing up there? You were actually in Vernon or in Highland Lakes? She lives in Highland Lakes. I meant around here locally. Oh, I got you. Okay. Got you. That's cool, Gail. Yeah, I was there since Friday. I'm going back up again in 3 weeks. My next treatment is the end of the month. But the one after that, they set it for like 9 a.m. So we figured it was good. My dad was going to take me in 3 weeks. And then my sister was going to take me the next one. But I can't expect my sister to wake up at 5 a.m. to come get me and I'd have to be at the cancer center by like 8:15, 8:30. That's too much for her because she has to work the day before, and it's just too much. So we're going to switch. I'll go back up there in 3 weeks, and then my dad will take me the next one. Yada cruise via Cashapp. Oh, that was weird. I felt like it was going to throw up, but I didn't. In both Vernon and Highland Lakes, Miata Cruise via Cashapp. I don't know if for some reason that rings a bell. I think I saw that coming home. I'm sure I did because that's the way we came home to get to the highway. Yeah. Union mostly's are Dems. Oh, okay. All right, Stace. Have a good day. I might come around later on and do a live this afternoon. We'll see. I'll see how I feels because I have to start taking my my Lenvima again today, so it's probably gonna make me tired, like I said. But I got to talk to that lady at 1, so I think I'll take these. So I'll take these now. Actually, I'm going to take them now. Then I can go lay down for an hour and a half and then call her, or 2 hours, whatever it is, and I can call her at 1. At least this will be in my system. I haven't taken them again. My doctor was cool. He's like, I know you know, when he sees my sister there at the cancer center, he knows. He goes, I already know you're going to ask me. He goes, yes, it's okay. He's like, you have enough of it in your system. He's like, go, have fun. He's like, we'll take them when you get home. I said, I already know the drill, doc. I just did. They're in my mouth. Oh, beautiful. Excuse me. All right. They're going to make me tired. That's what it does. But it's okay. I have to take them because it helps me. And the fact that he lets me not take them for the weekend is pretty cool. You know, he's like, listen, he's like, I want you to go and have a good time with your family. You know, I want you to have to go up to your sister's and just sleep in the whole weekend. He's like, go have fun and do whatever you want to do. And when you get home, take your meds again. I said, okay, doc. You got my word. And we've been doing that for the last, I don't know, how many months I've been doing this. 6, 8 months, whatever it is. Yeah. Yeah, have a great day, Stacy. It might make me nauseous. I'm not sure. Because I remember the last time I didn't take it for the whole weekend or 4 days or something, and then I took it the first day. It made me super nauseous. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Play it by ear, right? What else you been up to, Gail? It's good to see you, man. I was up there, like I said, since Friday, gallivanting around Vernon area. Excuse me. What is this thing? That thing is cool, man. Did you ever see the commercial? It's an infomercial, I think, for the air broom. I just saw it just now. This is pretty freaking cool, man. Picks up everything. What? It's $29.99. Holy shit. Air broom. And there's a mini. That's pretty cool. There's a dust pad too. $30. Wow. Well, folks, I'm going to stay on for another 7 minutes. I'm going to stay on for an hour and a half. So 7 more minutes, and then I'm going to jump off. And I think I'm going to just go chill out for a little while. Let this medicine do its thing. Rest up a little. I'm not tired, but I'll catch up. I have a lot of catching up to do on videos. I'll catch up on some videos. You know our weather is wacky. From 100 and humidity to storm after storm. So fish when I can, drive Miata when I can, and race my slot cars when I can. I hear you, man. I went fishing by her in Highland Lakes by my sister. There's about 7 lakes up there, and I fished a small dam lake. It's a dam. I fished that over. That's what I fish all the time when I go up there because you just need a pass, to fish the lake. So I fished that. I caught a few bass Saturday and Sunday with my nephews. And then I fished yesterday in the morning, and I fished for catfish. And I caught about a 10-pound channel cat. Really nice fish. So now I'm gonna start channel cat fishing a lot when I go up there. Next time I go up, I'm gonna bring some hot dog, or even because I was getting bites and I was losing a hot dog too fast. I think I'm gonna get pepperoni. Next time I go shopping, I'm going to get a little bit of pepperoni, like buy a stick of pepperoni, but then cut it up because it's hard. It's easier to stay on the hook, but harder for them to get it off. So I got to come up with some bait that's a little bit better because that shit is the hot dog comes off too easy. But I mean, you could also buy a shitty pack of like Bar S hot dogs, The ones I had, I don't know what my sister had. I'm not really sure what they were. I just grabbed one and cut it up, but they floated anyway. So I think the only ones that don't float are like the all beef hot dogs. That's cool, Gail. I understand, man. That's really cool. Just said I'm going back up again in 3 weeks, and never mind. I was going to get into something else, but I'm not going. I don't know. I never use chicken. You know what the best bait is, though? Not for me, but for the guy Mark, the older gentleman. He's 75. Like I said, he stocks all the fish at all the lakes. He's the head of the associations and everything. He uses venison, but he ran out. He gave a little bit to my nephew. It's in the freezer, but I didn't want to take it without asking my nephew. And you're right. Gizzards are tough, too. You're right. I could look into getting something like that. But I know he has the venison up there, so I could probably use some of that next time I go up. But I'm just going to get a cheap pack of hot dogs, too. So I'll use that just for fishing. It's a whole pack will last me the whole weekend. And I probably could eat, too. But he uses venison. But they did a algae bloom kill or whatever. And they had to do a fish kill for the carp. There's way too many carp in the main lake, and it's causing too much algae and blue algae, I think he said it was called. Matter of fact, blue algae or something. It's supposed to not be good. It could ruin a lake big time. And there's a lot of fish and time and money put into that lake for fish. And they got rid of, I think, 80 to 120 carp out of that lake. He said there's still a few in there, but they're going to do another kill somewhere down the line. But he kept like 4 or 5 of them in his freezer. So what he said was he ran out of venison, and then he used he said about that big, a chunk of carp. But he had to take the scales off because they're so fucking big. and can't get the hook through. So he goes, I'm not going to catch anything on this. He said it was like a giant piece like that, maybe like that. He said probably around 5 by 5 inches, all around. And he caught about a 20-pound channel cat out of the main lake the other day. He showed me a picture. This thing was huge. I was like, see, they're okay. They just want meat. You know what I mean? I could probably even catch bluegills and put like a chunk of bluegill on there. I'm sure. I don't know. I don't think they'll hit a live one. I tried that. I had a big bobber on, and I threw it out when I went bass fishing with my nephew, and put it down about 4 feet. A live bluegill, about not a huge one, about that big. And I had a bobber down once, but I think it was the bluegill got scared or something. Maybe a bass was coming towards it. It just was like a reaction, I think. That's what made it go down. But I tell you right now, if even a big bass or catfish takes that bluegill, it's not going to be, oh my God, maybe I had a hit. Chris, you know that. And even Gail, you know that. Catfish or big bass hits one of those bluegill, they're going to eat it. You know what I mean? They don't play. They're going to swallow that thing, or try their best to. It's not like, oh, I got nibble. No, it doesn't work like that. Yeah, we have wall mist, you, Katie. I think, Katie, you stopped in the other morning live. Yeah, I don't know if it was yesterday or the other day when I was up on my sister's. Yeah, it was nice to see you again. I know you were on vacation, then you came back, and I didn't, you used to be a regular every day, but then, hey, life gets in between. So right now you're going to see these waters for the next, I don't know, a couple days anyway. I have a case of these that I got in Walmart. Sam's purified drinking water with flavor enhancing minerals. Whatever. It was $4 for 28 of them. That's why I got it. And then I got to go to the supermarket tomorrow, so I'll probably get, if it's still on sale, they might have the 3 cases for $9.88, I think. The bowl and basket spring water. If it is, I'll get that. Because I drink a lot of water. See, my sisters didn't need it. I drink the water right out of her faucet there. It comes out ice cold. It's from the well. It's well water. That has all natural minerals and stuff. It just tastes clean. It's just clean water. I don't know. It's weird. It's from a well. Can't beat it. It's from the earth. The earth. I love the water up there, man. I drink it straight from the tap. It's not even like you got here, you got to run it, run it for a while. There, it comes straight out of the friggin' tap cold. Oh, shit. My cap just went somewhere. Flying. I don't know where it went. I'll get it when I get up. But, all right, I'm going to do my out. I'm going to jump out of here, guys. I'm going to go relax for a while. Let my medicine kick in after not taking it for 4 or 5 days. And then 1 o'clock, I have to make sure I'm up, and I got to call the lady for the disability. Get that going. Hopefully we get good news, in a week or two. Hopefully she'll say, yeah, it's approved. You only have to wait a month or 2 or whatever. And I might be able to save my place. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But thank you so much for being here, everybody. If you did not hit the thumbs up button, please hit it on the way out. Consider, if you're not a subscriber, please think about becoming a subscriber to the channel. And think about becoming a member. I have 3 levels starting at 99 cents. So if you'd love to become a member, hit the join button down below and become a member of F4C Nation. Otherwise, thank you so much. Love you guys. And I will catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody. Love you all. You got it, Chris. Good to see you too, brother. I'll catch you on the next one, man. Later, everybody.